Hi there, this is Ranjit and welcome to the second weekly tech vlog slash show. And again, I've divided the show in four parts. That's first, I'll talk about the tech events and the news that are happening. Hint, it's Google, and Google this week. And next, I'll talk about issue that I have with technology or devices, something like that. And third, I'll show you one app that I really use and recommend. And lastly, one gadget. So this week was the Google I/O, and as expected, Google announced a lot of things. Google also announced about the new version of Android that is known as Android L, and it will have a material design according to Google, which is kind of a very flat UI design, and they have streamlined this. And Google also said that the Android L, that is the new version of Android, will have improved notification. In fact, you can get notifications on Android L, in fact on the lock screen itself, and you can interact via that. Also, we have Project Volta in Android L, according to Google, which improves battery life on devices running Android L. So according to Google, you should get technically better battery life with Android L. Also, another thing that Google included in this Android L is Google Fit. So it will track all your steps, etc., kind of health related stuff. And lastly, Android L is 64-bit compatible. In fact, if you have a Nexus 5 or a Nexus 7 tablet, you can install Android L on it. I've already done that. This is my Nexus 5 and I'm running Android L on that. In fact, I've already made a separate video regarding Android L and my initial hands-on impression with that. You can check out that for more info. And some of you have asked me if it's a good idea to install Android L on your Nexus device. I would say overall, in terms of stability, it is pretty stable, and I have been running this for more than a day now. I'm using this one as my primary device, and for most part it works fine. And but the issue is that some of the Android apps as of now are crashing. For example, this is a popular app, that's Twitter. When I try to run on this, it just simply crashes. Also, Firefox browser crashed, but some of the other apps are running fine, like WhatsApp, etc. So if it's your only device, I wouldn't suggest installing it as of now. You can check out the overview video that I made about Android L for more info. Next, Google also announced this new initiative called Android One, where Google will tie up with the low-cost manufacturers around the world. They are starting this initiative from India, and they have tied up with the Micromax, Carbon, and Spice. And what will Google do is that they'll give reference designs to these companies, and these companies will build Android devices for sub $100. So this is going to start with the Micromax, Carbon, and Spice. And the good thing with Android One program is that Android One's certified devices will get the latest version of Android as like the Nexus devices. So you can think of them as low-cost Android devices that will get latest versions of Android. I've already actually made a separate dedicated video regarding Android One and my impressions regarding that. So you can check out that video for more info. Apart from that, Google also announced another major thing with this Google I/O was that now Android is expanding a lot, and Google made it very clear Android is not just restricted to smartphones or tablets. It's going to be with wearable devices. Also, Android Car is going to come, and also it will be there on televisions, etc. Let's talk about Android Wear. And Google actually showcased three different smartwatches. One is from Motorola, that's the Motorola 360. Another was with from LG, that is the LG G Watch. And also there was one by Samsung known as Samsung Gear Life. These will be running on the Android Wear operating system, and these interact with your Android devices. For example, let's say you get a notification on your Android phone. It will be immediately shown on your Android smartwatch, and if you dismiss that notification from your smartwatch, it gets dismissed from your device, that is your smartphone. Also, the smartwatches will have full Google Now integration, so you can just tap on it and speak to it. And in fact, this LG and the Samsung version of smartwatches are available right now on the Play Store and even on the Indian Play Store. For example, the LG G Watch is available on the Indian Play Store for pre-order for 14,999, and the Samsung Gear Live watch is available for 15,900. There is also one more watch that is made by Motorola, and I would say in terms of looks, I would say the Motorola 360 looks the best, but as of now it's not available, and according to Google that should also be launched in the next couple of months. So we will see a lot of smartwatches this year from Android, running Android Wear. Next, Google also showcased that we'll also have Android in the car. So Android is moving in a lot of places. And lastly, Google also started this new initiative called Android TV, where Android will be embedded inside the TV. For example, in smart TVs, you get a UI interface. This is not new for Google. Google did something like this with Google TV. Now they are doing it with Android TV. And Google also hinted that they will be having set-top boxes by other manufacturers. For example, Razer said that they'll have one which you can connect to your existing TV and get this Android TV features. And Google said that upcoming range of smart TVs from Sony, the 2015 range, will have Android TV built in. So it'll be interesting to see how this Android TV works and how well it does, because if you recall, the Google TV initiative that Google did about 2 years ago did not fare that well. So that's Android TV. So the thing is that we are going to see Android in a lot more places, and Android is expanding now to wearables, TVs and cars. So moving out of Android, another announcement was made by Nokia. Nokia has announced the next version of Nokia X called Nokia X2. And I would say it's a slightly bumped up version of the original Nokia X. This one has a slightly larger screen. It's a 4.3-inch screen. Regarding RAM, it is improved a lot. The original Nokia X just had 512 MB of RAM. This will have 1 gig of RAM. In fact, I did review the Nokia X earlier a couple of months ago, and I was not that impressed with the Nokia X. So what do you think about the Nokia X2? Are you guys interested in Nokia X2? Do let me know in the comments. As of now, Nokia did not hint the actual Indian retail pricing for the Nokia X2. But from the rumors what I heard, it will be priced around 10,000 to 11,000 mark, between that. So this is for the news. And now moving to the next topic is some issue that I have with technology or technological companies or something. This week I want to talk about high-end smartphone pricing. If you live in India, it's not like in other countries, for example in US, etc., where you just buy a phone on contract. In India, you got to purchase the phone at full price, and these high-end phones are pretty expensive in India. So you don't get any subsidies, you pay the full price. And lately, the trend that I have seen is that the smartphone manufacturers, when the product is launched, they price it at a very high price. And just after a couple of months, for example, the classic case is with the Samsung Galaxy S5. If you recall, Samsung Galaxy S5 was launched at a price of around 51,500 in India. But every week the price of that phone started falling, and just after 40 days or so, currently the Samsung Galaxy S5 is available in India for around 36,000. That's more than 25%, around 25% price drop for that device. So I don't like this trend, and this is not just with the Samsung, even the LG G Pro 2, I think so, that was launched in India for around 49,000 or so. But now just after a month or so, you can get it for around 36,000. So there's a huge price drop, and I don't like this trend, because I feel these companies are doing disservice to their most loyal customers. Because I feel when this product, a new product is launched or whatever, the people who buy it on the first day at full price or whatever are your real fan following people, and who really appreciate your brand. And by just dropping the price drastically, what is the message that you are giving to these people? For example, I know some people who bought the Galaxy S5 at launch are pretty annoyed at the fact that just after about 40 days the price of that product has fallen so much. And I would suggest that these companies should price their products. Yes, I know that every company is there to make profits, but they should keep these loyal customers that they have, their fan base, happy about it. And I think so none of these companies do this in India, and I have a suggestion. I think so this might work. They can have a price guarantee or something like, let's say if you buy a product today, for the next 2 months or something, if the price of the product falls drastically, they get some incentive or a discount coupon or a cashback or something like that. What do you think about this thing, guys? Do you think it's a good move or not? These companies are just alienating their loyal user base by just pricing the products too high, and just after about 30-40 days or whatever, the price of the product just falls down like crazy. So I can just hope that these companies in the near future price their products a little bit more sensibly. What do you think about this, guys? Again, I would love to know your thoughts about this issue in the comment section. Do let me know about it. Now moving to the next section is one app that I really like, and I almost install it on almost every Android phone that I take, and that is known as AirDroid. And using this app, if you are on the same Wi-Fi network, you can just wirelessly transfer the files from your smartphone to your computer, and you can do a lot of functionality wirelessly without connecting any cables. So this is one app that I really recommend if you're using an Android phone. I've already made a separate video regarding AirDroid. I'll have the link in the show notes. It's for the old version, but the functionality is very similar to that. For example, I load it on almost every Android phone that I use, and whenever I take photographs, videos, etc., I just use this app to wirelessly transfer those to my computer. So again, you can check out this app, that's AirDroid. It's available for free on the Android Play Store. Now moving to the last section is one device or a gadget that I really like, and that's Google Chromecast. And this is just a dongle like this which connects to your television using HDMI, and you have to add power. And I really like this Chromecast. I know the functionality of Chromecast in India is a bit limited, but if you watch a lot of YouTube videos and you have a television, I would say you can easily just queue up those videos on your smartphone, whatever you like, and just hit the cast button, and then you can watch it on your television. Chromecast functionality has improved over time, and now it's compatible with a lot more apps. For example, if you have Plex, it is compatible with Flex. Also, some sort of DLNA functionality is there, but again, the codec support is a bit limited. So I would say if you watch a lot of YouTube videos and would like to watch it on your big television, then do give this Chromecast a try. I've already made a dedicated review regarding the Chromecast, so you can check out that video to get a more idea about this Chromecast. And I actually like this product, and I have two televisions, and on both these televisions I use this Chromecast. So that's it for now for this second weekly tech vlog. Again, we'll be doing this next week. Do let me know how was this vlog. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you didn't like it, hit the dislike button. Thank you. This is Ranjit, and I hope to see you in my next video.